Hey guys, and welcome back. So today's video is a little bit on the spontaneous side. I didn't think I was gonna do this today, and then I went to Sally's Beauty, I picked up some hair dye, and I was like, you know what? Today, I'm dyeing my hair gray. So it wasn't that long ago that I actually dyed my hair fully purple. I mean, most of you guys probably remember that. That was back in November. I absolutely love that color, but I ended up letting it wash out. I did use the Arctic Fox, and as you guys can see, the color has, well actually it's all out of my hair. There's not even any spots that I see in purple. Maybe just like a little tint right about here, but very faint. And I just decided, you know what, I didn't want to re-dye it. I kind of want to continue my color journey and explore some different hair colors. So today, I want to turn my hair gray. I ended up picking up the Ion Color Brilliance in Violet Gray. And I bought two of these little babies. I believe they were $5.99 a piece, so they weren't too bad. I did ask the girl in Sally's, I was like, is 2 bottles gonna be enough for my hair? It is pretty long, and she was like, yeah, that's gonna be more than enough, just work it through. You know, I kind of gave her a little bit of a side eye, like, are you sure? But there wasn't a 3rd bottle to grab just in case, so I'm gonna have to make it work with these 2 bottles. I'm thinking I'm gonna take a little bit of conditioner and cut it. A lot of people say that you can not cut it, what are we saying here? Dilute it a little bit, and then it takes away a little bit of the intensity of the color, which this is a really dark color. I think I'll pop up an image on the screen right here what it's supposed to look like if you have, of course, very light blonde hair. It's a very dark gray color, which I think looks absolutely gorgeous, but I don't think it would hurt if I put a little bit of conditioner in it to dilute it just a little bit and also extend the product a little bit more, since I do have a lot of hair to go through. So I have my handy dandy bottle of conditioner here. I got the Tresemme, just a regular one that is white. I didn't go for a colored one. I don't think you really want to. I'm pretty sure that's gonna change and alter the color. So I'm just gonna open this baby up. And then when you pull it out the box, you just get it in a little tube like so. And I do have my handy dandy little bowl and brush. So I'm gonna pop into this hair dye right here. I'll start with just the first one and kind of go from there. So I'm ensuring I'm getting all of the product out. I folded it in on itself and I just really squeezed at it. I want every last little drop that is in there. Here is what one little bottle looks like, all squeezed out. So I just added in about that much of conditioner. I'd say that's about 1/3 of the amount of the hair dye. I didn't want to put too much, but just a little extra. And I'm just gonna stir this all together. Woo! And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Of course, I'm gonna take out my braids that I had on. I'm gonna work in sections and just start pulling the color through the hair using the brush. Now, I have gone gray before. I haven't done it myself though, this is a first. I have gone to my hairdresser and she did her magical thing and made me full on gray. I'll pop a picture up right there. I absolutely loved the way that that looked. She had bleached my hair and then I think she just used toner to make it that color. I mean, she is a magician. I absolutely love her. She's probably gonna hate me for doing this, but I'm having some fun with hair dye. And what's funny is I was actually watching a lot of hair fail videos, and then I was like, you know what? I wanna dye my hair. It was a compilation of people dyeing their hair really bright colors and just kind of botching it. But it was actually just really fun to watch. Normally I don't watch those types of videos. It just popped up on my feed and I was like, ooh, I wanna see that. And I kind of want to keep the top part even, so I'm gonna flip this part back over and start working on this half. I'm really hoping I didn't get overly confident with my hair dyeing skills since I dyed it purple and it turned out really good. I mean, isn't that usually how it goes? You dye it once and you're like, yep, I'm a hairstylist, I can do any color. Okay, so real quick, I want to mention I have made it through half of my hair. I'm like this way around, and I just used the last of the dye that I had in my bowl. So listen to your gut when it comes to hair dye. I was thinking 2 bottles was gonna be way too little, and it was indeed. I'm dipping into the second one now, and I will need to cut it. Keep saying cut it. I listen to the song, cut it. You need to cut it. Right before this, so that's why. To dilute it, because otherwise I would not have enough hair dye for my entire head, which is kind of unfortunate, but I do have a lot of hair, and you know, I should have used my better judgment and picked up an extra 1, possibly 2 bottles of this hair dye. I mean, it is pretty small and it doesn't have anything you're supposed to use with it. It's basically just 2 ounces in there. So it's not a lot of product, and if you have a lot of hair, it's better to get more and not need it and possibly return the one you didn't use than to be halfway through your hair and be like, oh shit, I don't have enough hair dye. What do I do now? So I just went ahead and did the same mixture that I did previously, used a little bit of conditioner to dilute it, and now I'm going back in. Okay, so I have worked all the hair dye through my hair now. I'm just gonna go back and see if there's any areas that maybe looked a little bit sparse, where it could use a little bit of extra product, because I do have a little bit left over, so I'm just gonna use up the last of it. I mean, why not? Why waste product? Ooh, thank goodness I am just wearing a casual shirt because this hair dye is going all over it. Which, hey, check out my moose shirt. Oh, and a little tip in case you don't want to get hair dye on your ears, in case you are doing, you know, color, you can always use a little bit of petroleum jelly and pop some around your ears and put a little bit on the perimeter of your face. I totally forgot to do that this time, but you can do that to ensure you don't get any hair dye stuck on your face as you're going through. Because I mean, doing your own hair, it's bound to get messy. Well, that was the last of the hair dye. I made sure I got my hair dye's worth. I put in every single drop. Whatever was left over, pack that in my hair. I don't know if it helps, but I mean, hey, it can't hurt to be fully saturated and make sure you got all the areas, because I went over and I used my little mirror, looked behind in the back of the head. You really want to make sure that you check in the back of your head because you don't see it. So you could leave a patch here and there, so just make sure you check that out. But now, per the instructions that you get inside of your little box, it says leave on for 20 to 40 minutes. I'm gonna leave it on for the full 40. You know, I like to get my full money's worth. Leave it on the full amount of time. And it does also give you the tip of putting on a processing cap and putting heat to it to intensify the color. I don't have that. And I don't really have a good way of putting heat to my hair unless it's my blow dryer, so I'm probably just gonna leave it as is. Hang out for 40 minutes, make myself a super late dinner, and after 40 minutes, I will wash this off and then be back on camera to blow dry it, style it, and do the final, like, reveal with you guys on camera. So I'll be back in 40 minutes. Oh, I'm so excited. I hope it turns out silver. Oh my gosh, I'll be so disappointed if it's not. And I am back. So my hair is totally crazy right now. I just washed out all of the color. I waited for the full 40 minutes and then I washed it out, used my purple shampoo and some conditioner. It's extremely hard to tell if it did anything while my hair is still wet, so I'm gonna go ahead and blow dry this baby and brush my hair, and then we can see if we see a little bit more results. But first, gonna start with a little bit of brushing. I I know you're not supposed to brush your hair when it's wet, but you know, it's a dire situation. We need to see if this hair dye did anything. Because honestly, I'm a little bit skeptical. I'm kind of looking at it right now being like, did it take any color? And then right after brushing it, I'm gonna go in with the Briogeo Reparative Leave-In Conditioning Spray. I have been using and loving the Don't Despair Repair Leave-In Mask for after I shower and wash my hair. This one is a new one that I just got in BoxyCharm, and I thought it would be perfect for right now because it also says it is supposed to give your hair some heat resistancy. I don't remember reading exactly, you know, the temperature that it's supposed to protect up to, but I just know it said that. And it is also supposed to help condition your hair. Ooh, it smells so good. But I've been loving the Briogeo line. And now let's put some heat to it. Okay, but here's the hair fully blow dried. Now, I'm gonna see if I can insert a comparison. See if we spot the difference between the hair color. Okay, but here my hair is fully blow dried. I'm gonna see if I can insert a comparison shot right here from my hair before to my hair right now. Okay, so I really quickly had to pop off the camera, look at the footage from before, because I had to see it for myself, like, what's the difference? Because being totally honest, at first I was like, I don't really see that much of a difference, but after being able to see it side by side for myself, I will say that it is definitely a very light gray tone to the hair, which is pretty nice. It didn't end up becoming that dark gray kind of vibrant color that you were to expect with the violet gray that I picked up, but that is totally on me because I did dilute it with the conditioner, which then softens the color. So I did it to myself. It wasn't gonna be a dark gray since I did dilute it, which I'm definitely not mad at. The color is quite nice, but I do want to test it in the natural sunlight because it's pitch black outside. It is so dark, and I only have my softboxes and my ring light to show you guys the color right now. An artificial light doesn't really show everything, so I am gonna wait until the morning and show you guys this hair in natural lighting. Oh my gosh, I need to stop touching my hair, but it just keeps moving around. So just imagine me like a Sims character right now. You're putting me in the bed, you're making me go to sleep, and then poof, it's morning time. And just like that, a little bit of magic, and it is the next day. So I do have the natural sunlight now, and I do have also all my lights set up. So this is the final result. And I think you can see it a little bit better. You do see the gray tone that is in the hair now. I think it was a little bit more difficult to really notice a difference last night. So I'm happy I waited till the next day, because at first I was like, I don't know about this. It's definitely not what I expected, and I will say that, but I do really like the way that this actually ended up turning out. It took away all of the yellow, all of the gold tones to my hair, and it left it with kind of a icy blonde look with a gray tone to it. It's not a dark gray that I initially wanted, but it's a happy in between. It's because I use the conditioner, so I mean, I don't hate it. Now, if you do want this stronger color, I would definitely recommend getting the extra bottles of hair dye. Sally's does have a really good return policy, so the bottles that you don't use, you can return. So you can pick up a few extras and make sure you have enough hair dye to get the color that you actually want if you don't want it to be softened with conditioner. So that's just a little tip from me to you. But I mean, oh well, I had fun sitting here with you guys, hanging out, dyeing my hair, just having some fun. I don't know, spur of the moment hair dyeing situations. That's what I love. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that little bell button. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.